Let's get more reaction on these tech earnings. Bring in Fast Money friend and Loup Ventures founder Gene Munster. Gene, let's start it off with Facebook here. Seems like an extraordinary quarter, and does this prove that it should have a re-rating to some effect?
Maybe in the near term, I think it does. I agree with Guy. Don't like the company, like the stock. That's over the next year because you have some easy comps the next quarter, and this unprecedented spike we're seeing in consumer demand. Facebook's going to capture a lot of that. I think the question comes down to innovation. I think Jeff was talking about the metaverse. I'm a huge believer in the metaverse. I do not want to spend time in the metaverse, but I do believe that this is a fundamental shift in terms of how we will communicate with each other. I think Facebook and Apple, both of those have a good pole position within that. Recall that Facebook has these Facebook glasses that they have said that they're going to make. They haven't given a time frame. We think it's 2025. So to answer your question, Melissa, about Facebook and what to do with all this, the near term is going to be really strong. I think outside of this year, it still begs a question around innovation. Perhaps it is around the metaverse and augmented and virtual reality. We're going to hear a lot more about that. I think I would view that there's a better way to address that investment opportunity through Apple, but undoubtedly, I think Facebook is going to get some benefit to that.
Imagine if you had a Facebook that operated for the metaverse and you sold ads in the metaverse. I mean, it's mind-blowing what you can think of Facebook could do operating in the metaverse. For Apple, Gene, what do you think of the quarter? What does Tim Cook need to say in order to get investors to say, you know what, it deserves this valuation and it deserves maybe even a richer one?
I have a different view than the traders on the valuation. I actually think that it's kind of more at the lower end. I understand that Facebook is lower, but still this is, when you look at transformative tech, and I put that in the companies that are really going to change the world again, this is about as attractive as a valuation as you can get. So to your question about what can Tim Cook say, there's very little because he's not going to talk about the substance, about how some incredible growth years are still ahead of this company. Everything from hardware as a service. We talk about this, we refer to it as a 360 bundle to be able to rent a Mac, an iPhone, your services all together. We think that's coming in the next couple of years. We're going to hear likely about mixed reality, those goggles at the developers conference. That's part of the metaverse. That's a big opportunity. And then it remains what they do around automotive. That's depending on how you look at the addressable market, multi-trillion-dollar addressable market. So I would say let's just take a quick step back. This was a good quarter. It was a great quarter. I don't know what the adjective is. It's probably as good of a quarter, as much upside as I've seen in a decade from Apple. What I can say is that the naysayers will say it's not sustainable. And understand that, but that has been a well-traveled theme around this, and Apple year in, year out delivers, and I think they'll continue. I'll leave with this thought is I have a prediction that Apple is going to be the top performing FANG for 2021. I'm well behind Google right now. I think they're up 30–40%. Apple's just up fractionally. And I continue to stand behind that. I think that results tonight, they will eventually get credit for it, and as they start to step into some of these new growth curves.
All right. Gene, great to have you with us. Thank you. Gene Munster.
Thank you.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.